Gotta press buttons, gotta press buttons. There we go.
Look at that, buttons. Hey, buttons, how you doing?
Buttons.
Button. Who's got the button?
You got the button.
I don't have no buttons on
Big
it.
button.
I have a big butt.
Fuck. You know what I just realized?
What?
My meds are out in the fucking car. And I gotta take them in about 15 minutes.
I'll talk to them while you're out getting your stuff.
Oh, you're
in
gonna
15
have
minutes.
to.
I know.
This is not optional.
I mean, obviously.
I can't drink alcohol anymore
But, well,
because of my meds
hopefully.
that I'll be on for the rest of my fucking life. Thank you, Sheila, and hello, friends.
Hello,
Welcome
friend.
to Pillow Talk with Beef and Lisa. My
What
name is
up?
Beef.
I'm Lisa.
Joining me is my lovely co-host, girlfriend, and starting on Monday, financial contributor to the show,
Well, what?
Miss Lisa. Hello, Lisa.
Hello, friend.
Hello. How are you?
No one's watching this
No,
at
hell no.
1:15 in the morning.
I mean, technically, my friend from Australia might, because it's 1:15 in the afternoon there, but I doubt it.
yeah, I doubt that.
It's okay.
So podcasters,
She'll listen to it later.
email us
What
on
up, doe?
Tuesday, most likely, because none of us are working on Monday. beefandlisa@gmail.com. You go to facebook.com/beefandlisa.
Yep.
You get all the fancy updates. Subscribe to our YouTube channel
Woo-woo.
so you get notifications while you're sleeping, although none of you are fucking sleeping. Don't act like you're fucking sleeping. I
Make
know
sure
you're
you
not
slap.
fucking sleeping.
Make sure you smash that notification bell.
I'm gonna make Preston do that. I'm going to make him do that.
I mean, he did make a TikTok recently, so
I still haven't watched it.
I've
The only reason I'm on TikTok anymore is because you and my buddy Dan send me TikToks,
Mhm.
and I'm like, oh, cool. And then I head off into the abyss of,
I did not send you the one I made today, though.
no. We'll get to that in a minute. Follow Lisa on TikTok because she's takes 3 days to think of a TikTok.
No. I just needed to
yes.
prepare. Like I said, I was going to make a TikTok about it on Thursday.
And you did it Saturday afternoon.
On Friday, I made a teaser TikTok about it,
Oh, yeah?
showing what the thing was I got, explaining that I was concerned. And then on Friday, on Saturday, I made the TikTok.
You even video called me
I did. I had to.
about your boob floss.
Dude, it's like if there was like an inch of fabric on either side of that, it would totally fit. But
Well,
maybe I could get some double-sided sticky tape.
yeah. All right. You need to describe to the people why this episode is called Boob Floss.
Okay, so I scroll the TikTok and I've seen the shirt on TikTok. I've seen the shirt on. I have Shein. It's a website for ordering cheap clothes.
Shein.
And it's a shirt. It's called a crisscross crop top something. Is crazy.
So get your facts straight.
Yeah, it's okay. Essentially, it's a crop top which goes down to like mid belly, but it's got like 2 inches of fabric that goes all the way around, and then it's got straps that go over your boobies that are like 3 inches wide, maybe 4. No, I don't. And it crisscrosses it on your chest and then goes
See,
straight
you
back on
think
the back.
that you think that with the 6 inches though?
It's
at
not
least
6.
minimum.
It's not. No, fuck no. I know, sir. I know how. I have seen rulers. I know what I'm doing.
Sure. Okay.
Shut up. But I have large breastises. Like, if you don't know me,
You need to give us a letter grade.
okay. Currently, the bra I have on right now is a 40H. Or is it a 40I? I think it's a 40I. I don't know. I'm not taking it off to find out. It's large, okay? It's either H or I, and I fit into a 38 double J.
Yes.
I want to say like I'm a 38J. Like I could probably feasibly, comfortably fit in a 38J because I think that 38 double J is a little big. But either way, let's just say large. If you've ever seen a personal size watermelon in the store,
Yes.
I have 2 of them on my chest.
Mm-hmm.
That's accurate. So I'm wearing this top that covers maybe a third of my titty. Okay.
Maybe.
And the way it's cut is like there's a lot. It's supposed to show a lot of like middle boob, which is very similar to side boob, but in the middle.
Yes.
And because of how large my breastises are, my nipples are like an inch away from the edge of the fabric.
Yes.
So like one good sneeze, and I'm like, whoop.
Ma'am, it wasn't even a sneeze.
I know. I bent over.
When I demonstrated it.
Bent over. Whee.
We hugged, and it popped out.
Well, you know, it is what it is. But it's if like I said, if I had some double-sided sticky tape to keep it in place,
It would still pop out.
then I'm also going to invest in some pasties, so I at least feel protected.
You had an outfit on yesterday.
I did. It was very cute. It was jean shorts, my boob floss, and a white like shawl thing. Very
She
summery.
looked like she lived in a trailer park in Florida and
I
smoked 2 packs a day.
Dude, it was so awesome. I am so awesome. That's what I made in my.
And then you dropped $1 on the floor.
I did,
And I said, bend over for $1.
and I did. I was like, hey. But to be fair though, like that's what I made my TikTok in today too. It's
I imagine.
it's not like okay. Other people have gone out in things that are a lot less than that.
Oh, yes, I'm sure.
However, they were not equipped with the memories that I have.
Yes.
Like you can see a chick with like B cups in like those little triangle bikinis.
Yeah.
And you know nothing's going to fall out of place because it's held in rather tightly. Like I could put on a triangle bikini, but I'm still running the risk of and it would not be pleasant.
Yeah. Well, there's also, and I say this not to brag, like, so growing up, I had a girlfriend, and she was like maybe a size 2 or 4
Okay.
with C cups.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, applies to a couple girls I dated. So proportionately big.
Yeah.
And I dated a girl who, after she had her gastric bypass, ended up getting into like size 12 with double Ds.
Mm-hmm.
Again, proportionately big and big.
Mm-hmm.
Yours are proportionately huge for your size.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is, as you have said before, you are a big girl.
I'm a thick bitch.
Yes. I wasn't going to say that.
I
but
can say it.
Yes. You can say it. I can't.
You can say I'm thick.
I have.
Okay.
People have asked me because they're like, because every picture of us is the same top down on the side angle, makes everything look smaller. People are like, man, you haven't gained any weight. And I'm like, I'm taking fat girl pictures with these ladies. I one time took a picture of my ex-fiance and my daughter and I sitting in the car. It was like my daughter's head's here and we're sitting here and take it again. Why?
I
look fat.
Oh, believe me, I watch my
Ma'am.
TikToks and I go, I can't do
Ma'am, you're 280 pounds. It's okay.
this. I wish I weighed 280 pounds.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? If you had D-sized titties,
I would weigh 280
you would
pounds.
probably weigh 280 pounds.
Dude, I almost dislocated my ex-husband's jaw once with these when they were smaller.
Well, we haven't had that problem yet.
Yeah, well, I haven't shaked them in your face yet. Come over here. Let me shake your...
You have.
Not with the aggressiveness that I did.
Well, that's, he's just a weak person. He's not, I'm built different, so.
Built different.
I'm very much so built different.
You are.
And it's okay. Speaking of weight,
Yes.
on Thursday I had my follow-up with the neurologist.
Woo-woo.
And we'll have to break down all of that here in a minute
Exciting.
because I know at least one person gives a shit.
Brittner?
I don't even think it's him. I think it's Cole.
Aw.
But I know at least one person gives a shit
I give a shit.
besides you.
Oh.
And my parents.
And your daughter.
I don't think she gives a shit. Oh, Dad will stop having shakes. Cool.
Well, you know.
So they're like, all right, we got to get your weight. It's a doctor's office. They got to weigh you. And the cool thing about the neurologist office is they mainly deal with people with epilepsy. So you don't have to take off your shoes. But that also includes now you have to do math.
Right.
Because your shoes are added weight that, like, when I go to see my PCP, I have to take off my shoes, and I'm perfectly fine taking off my shoes. So when I was in gym class years ago, they said this clothes add about 2 to 3 pounds worth of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you have some other things in there, that might be another pound.
Maybe.
And your shoes will add about a pound. So, like, when you add everything up, it's usually when you're walking around outside the house, you have about 3 to 5 extra pounds of clothing on. Maybe not with your boob floss, but, you know, the rest of us. So I had a coat on with a full water bottle, my keys, my wallet, a coat, and my shoes on. And I stepped on the scale, and they let you look at this scale, and it says 203. And I am like, okay, so much for the sweets. We're all done with this.
He says as he has a box of cookies on his counter.
So we always buy. Here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
If my daughter and I buy one cookie for each of us for the 6 days, because we never go shopping. We no longer go shopping on Friday night when I pick her up. If we buy one small bedtime snack for the 6 days, we're going to be out of snacks by Tuesday and cranky at bedtime. So it's easier to just buy the 20 count. Calories don't count on the weekend.
Accurate.
And
you say as you're like, stop eating the sweets.
It's not the weekend that gives me the calories.
Okay.
It's going to Checkers and Arby's.
Well, maybe you should stop doing that.
At work every day. And then turning around and, like, this whole past week, I think I made dinner at home one night.
Yeah.
When I didn't have my daughter.
You made dinner at my house?
So 2 nights. You had leftovers.
I did. Sophie ate them.
You know why you had leftovers?
Because you didn't eat 3 plates.
Because I stood on the scale about 12 hours before that and was like, whoo, boy. I got back to work, fun side. I got back to work, and I was like, hey, move over to my boy Henry, who's stacking the truck. Part-time kid, goes to college, played football, played lacrosse, did other things in high school, so he's in shape for the most part. And when these guys come into work in the summertime, we make them do the grunt work. I pushed him to the side. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I tipped the scales at 30 pounds heavier than I did last year. I'm stacking this fucking truck.
Let me do this shit.
Well, what if it's muscle weight? It's not muscle weight.
Bro.
Trust me, if it was muscle weight, I'd be flex. I'd be swole right now, as my boy Shakow says.
Right.
I don't know if Shakow listens to the show.
He did once at least.
He's listened to a couple of them. I think most of my friends are just sick of hearing about my penis.
Well, I mean, this time you brought it up.
I think they're more interested in hearing about Kyle's ripped abs.
I don't want to hear about Kyle's ripped abs.
You like.
I no longer like ripped Jesus. His name is Kyle. But yeah, that's the thing.
He's probably a really decent guy.
I'm sure he is. He goes to church.
Well,
he's like a
that
counselor.
doesn't make someone a decent person.
He's like what he's
the counselor thing does make me have hope for him.
But like he's he does plays and he's like, I mean, oh my God, I got a family with 2 kids. Oh my God, but his name is Kyle, and that gives me qualms.
Give me back my son!
Like, okay, so I did totally, have impure thoughts about Jesus, but now I can't do it because his name is Kyle. There's still other people in that play I can totally think about, though, because their names were not Kyle.
Well, good. You can do that when I'm not around.
Exactly. Oh, my mom gave me $40. Okay, so I went and see my mom yesterday.
Yeah.
My parents were...
Do you have my driver?
What?
Driver?
This is my car, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Yes.
So I went and talked to my parents, and my mom was like, what do you want for your birthday? I was like, I don't fucking know. She was like, well, I'm giving you 40. I'm giving everyone $40. I'm like, just okay, whatever. Just give me the $40
Sweet.
cash then. She's like, you can buy whatever you want with it. I was like, all right, cool. She's like, you probably have stuff. I was like, oh, I do have stuff I was looking at on Amazon. And then I start thinking about what I've been looking at on Amazon. And they were inappropriate things I've been looking at on Amazon.
Personal massagers.
Because I see TikToks about these things, and I'm like, I should get one. I mean, it's not like I don't have them already, but I mean, like, they're fancy and new, and I'm like, ooh. And so I start laughing, and my mom was like, what? I'm just laughing maniacally, and she's like, it's a dildo, isn't it? I was like, you want me to tell you what I get? She's like, no.
Oh, God.
No, the best part is I brought up the fact that when we had our house fire, I found my mom's dildo.
Yeah.
And her crotchless panties and her porn. And she was like, the girls at McCracken bought that for me, a place she used to work at. She was like, they bought that for me. I didn't buy that. I'm like, but then why did you keep it with your crotchless panties and porn that you did purchase?
Yeah.
Like, there's some reason you did this, ma'am.
You and your dad and your mom are a lot kinkier than you think.
I mean, I'm sure. I don't really want to think about it.
See,
However.
So when my sister and I would go to Skeletones, we had to check in with my parents when we got home. I was 18. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
My sister was still 15, 16. 15 and then turned 16. So it mattered that she got home safe, even though she was out with me and they knew I wasn't doing anything stupid.
You've walked in on your parents.
No, it wasn't that I just walked in on them. They knew we were coming home.
They did it to assert their dominance.
As you run your fist back and forth.
Oh, yeah.
That's not what it was. It might have been before I got there. I don't know. I just know what it was when I got there.
Right.
And it was like, man, really?
No,
and it's not like I walked in on them to get from the
where you were
the driveway into the house and upstairs to my bedroom. I had to walk not just past their bedroom, but the way that the hallway was shaped on an angle with the door, you had to walk
directly towards their room.
Directly towards the open door where their bed was.
Now question.
Also, my mom told my sister have a different man in every port when she joined the Navy.
Oh, good Lord.
Like her.
What position were they in?
You know, it depended on the night. I've talked about this with my therapist. It's not good to dwell. Pretty much all of them.
I mean,
it's okay.
I mean, you can imagine they've probably done some you haven't seen too. You're like, stop talking about my mom.
I'm 35 having sex, so I understand.
Mm-hmm. Good times.
I feel really bad for the people that can only do it in one position.
That is terrible.
Yeah.
I like doing it in multiple.
And to be honest, there are positions I prefer.
Well, yeah.
You know, and I can be lazy. But thinking back now, dating people that were like, I can only do this one position. And it's like, or my buddies tell me about girls that they dated that just sat there and did nothing. Like, really?
I don't do that. I don't do that, do I?
I did hear this one thing about someone, though.
You're not answering me.
He was told... No, you don't.
Okay.
He was told he had boyfriend dick. It was sufficient enough for... I could handle this
every
quite
day.
Often.
Mm-hmm.
Sufficient enough. It wasn't overbearing. It wasn't too small. It was satisfactory. And I was like...
You've got average.
Damn. Boyfriend dick. So, ladies...
Don't ever tell your husband, or don't ever tell your boyfriend he's got boyfriend dick.
If you're looking to tell your boyfriend he's small but he does the job still, boyfriend dick.
That's terrible.
Just brings me back to the old building my company was located at. Loading docks would flood. One time we're standing out there, middle of a massive rainstorm, so we didn't want to load.
Obviously.
Who wants to get drenched?
Load.
And it was flooding, and it flooded up the sidewall of a tire to the rim. And I go, there's got to be a good 4 to 5 inches of water on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy we were working with goes, I tell my girlfriend that's 8.
Jesus Christ. Oh, his girlfriend. So sad.
Well, that's what we do.
That's terrible.
That's what all men do.
See, and that's terrible. And then boys get mad at us for wearing makeup and catfishing. Like, bitch, you told me that was 6 inches.
You don't have skin, though.
We tell them men don't want us to have flesh. So as you can see, I have no flesh.
All right. Now you got to tell the story.
Okay, so there's this There's this. What story you want me to tell? There's not really a story.
Without using my daughter's name, the one about the video you were showing my daughter
Okay.
earlier.
There's a chick I've seen. Her name's Sailor J. She does contour videos, like makeup videos, tutorials, but she does them really funny. And there's this one. It's about she does makeup videos, not contour videos, but this one about contour. It's called Contouring 101 by Sailor J. You should look it up. It's hilarious. She goes into how you're doing, contour and stuff like that. At one point, she goes, "If men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church." And it is like the video itself is hilarious. It's like, men don't understand. Men are stupid. Because, I mean, they know nothing about contour. But shut up. You don't know nothing about contour. Exactly. Shut up.
Do.
No, you don't.
I do.
What do you know about contour?
Too many women do it.
I like how that's your response. No, but like the act itself. But it's like this whole contouring video, and she's rambling on about how as long as you look like a newborn babe, men will mate with you. And it's hilarious. I love the video. I laugh at it every single time I see it. You should see it. I could play part of it right now, but I don't want to.
That's probably YouTube.
It is a
copyright.
YouTube video. To be fair, as long as it's transformative in nature, you can still use it.
Yeah, but that's a lot of effort for me.
I mean,
being the producer,
you want to fight?
having to monitor audio levels.
Do you want to
smoke
fight?
a cigarette?
Do you want to fight?
I'm gonna have to eventually at some point
I
put you in a situation where you talk for 5 minutes while I go take my medicines.
That's true.
Because I went to the neurologist.
Yeah, you did. You did your thing.
I have to tell that story. I was
You
so
should.
terrified of losing my driver's license because that happens to a lot of people with epilepsy.
Mm-hmm.
So on Monday, both my PCP and the neurologist were blowing up my phone, blowing up my phone. And I'm busy at work. I can't just stop and make a phone call. It sucks. Like, if you've ever called me while I'm at work,
Don't.
and like, how come he's not answering? It's because there are times I can't stop long enough to field a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 30-minute lunch break, and 15 minutes of that is driving to acquiring and then trying to eat my lunch. With the other 10 minutes driving back.
Yep.
And then my 5 minutes on the NASCAR subreddit
Of course.
during the day.
As one does.
As one has to do, because that's the only time I ever get to use Reddit anymore. And I go to call their office back when I get out of work at 5:30. They're closed.
Of course.
All right. Tuesday, they call me again. They're blowing up my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I have an appointment on Thursday. Why are they calling me?
Yeah.
Especially about test results.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That you've already seen on my chart.
that I've already seen on my chart. You know, like, I know what the test results are. Cool. I have JME, juvenile myoclonic
myoclonic seizures.
Yeah.
Epilepsy, same
epilepsy.
whatever, same thing.
Yeah. And it was the same thing I was diagnosed with at 18. They put me on Depakote. I didn't think at the time it did anything for me.
Mm-hmm.
And then life went on. And when I dropped out of college, this is back in the before times of Obamacare and everything else, I lost my health insurance. It was gone. It was just so. My mom went to do a refill the day before they filed. The day before I lost my insurance, because they send you a letter in the mail.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me one pill because I had 1 day left of health insurance. It sucked. And then, so that happened when I was 20.
Mm-hmm. So for the past 15 years.
So for 15 years, I haven't been on anything. And it's only gotten, I wouldn't even say it's gotten better or worse. Just the way my life has gone, I'm under a little bit more stress. I'm not getting in as much sleep as I normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Things of that nature. So I notice it more now.
Yeah.
And I made a deal with my daughter. Goes get her ADD testing done. I'll go get this stuff done. Plus, it was a little scary when I woke up and immediately decided to call you.
No, I called you, sir.
Well, instead of just waiting 5 minutes to get my bearings about me. And to be honest, there are mornings I wake up for a work day and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, it's 7 o'clock. I got a few minutes. Let's go make some bets on European tennis.
It's 7 o'clock on the dot.
Anyway.
Sorry. All of a sudden I hear a
So I was a little bit terrified going in there.
Mhm.
Then I stepped on the scale, and I was like, oh, shit, I'm getting fat. Hold up.
Fat!
There we go.
Very nice.
And, but Wednesday I called him back because I had a couple extra minutes, and I was like, okay, what's up? And they're like, well, these are your test results. Well, I knew that.
Huh.
They want you to call your neurologist ASAP.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Called the neurologist's office, talked to the nurse. Yeah, so the neurologist really wants to get you started on medicine immediately. We saw you were on Depakote last time. How long has it been since you took Depakote? Oh, about 15 years. What?
You sound like Tim Allen.
This is what she sounded like. What do you mean? I lost my health insurance when I dropped out of college, way back before you were probably not even in kindergarten yet, Miss
Right.
Nurse.
Young ma'am.
Not to be offensive to anyone. A lot of nurses are in their early 20s.
Young ma'am.
So, yeah, just haven't taken it. This is the worst it's been.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about normal for me, honestly. Get a couple good nights of sleep, I feel fine for a few weeks, and then go on a fucking bender. And by bender, I mean
4 drinks in
waking
one
up
night.
at 6:30 in the morning and then going to bed at 4 o'clock at night,
Yeah. Well,
doing things.
things.
Oh, well, neurologist wants you to get started on medicine ASAP. Okay, fine, cool. Let's get started on medicine. Let's do it. Go and take it. Go to meet with the neurologist. We're doing detailed history. Because their thing was, we want to start you on Depakote, just because that's the last thing you took for what you had.
Mm-hmm.
But you and the neurologist can discuss other options tomorrow. But we want to get you started on it right now because you should be on something.
Yeah.
Okay, I should be on something. Great.
like
Now
a
I'm
plan.
going to fucking lose my license. Then I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose custody of my kid. And I'm going to be fucking sucking dick for fucking
Ah.
crack money. There's a,
Having sex for cheeseburgers, like.
Mike Birbiglia, my girlfriend's boyfriend. Everyone needs to go listen to that. After this is done, fuck your other podcasts. No one cares about Pat McAfee that much. Go listen to Mike Birbiglia's My Girlfriend's Boyfriend. Cole, I'm telling you, no, you can live without the Pat McAfee show for a little bit. You don't need to listen to the pod. That'll be there. Don't worry. It's eternal. It's forever. Go listen to Mike Birbiglia's My Girlfriend's Boyfriend.
Okay.
Okay, got that one out. Preston, you too.
He's not listening.
I don't know what Jim listens to besides us.
Just us.
I doubt that. He's a driver. You
That's
gotta
true.
listen to something else.
I'd listen to radio, just music.
I wouldn't. Fuck the radio.
I like music.
Nah, I'm okay.
I put my earbuds in when I went to Myers today and pounded it out while I was listening to.
You pounded it out, huh?
Shut up. I was listening to BYOB. It was good times.
Very nice. We had a good conversation, though. She said, Depakote's the way because the other medicine that does the same thing makes you cranky, and Depakote's a mood stabilizer. I was like, okay, cool. Is that a mood stabilizer high or mood stabilizer low? Like, because sometimes mood stabilizers prevent you from going too high and getting manic, and sometimes mood stabilizers prevent you from going too low and wanting to kill yourself. And she goes, it's even, but it's not so bad. Also, it will help with migraines and this and that, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. This sounds good. And I asked her, I was like, so I know it says don't drink in excess with this. And she goes, you can probably have one drink every now and then. It's not going to be the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
She says it's not that aggressive, and you're on the lowest dose.
Good.
I was like, okay, cool. Fine. That's what I want. I just want to have 1 or 2 drinks while I record my podcast, relax on the weekends. Awesomeness.
But here we are.
I have had... I tried to drink a shot of rum with 12 ounces of Diet Coke last night, and I got about a quarter of the way through it, and I was like, I am very nauseous. This is not good. Look
Why
up side effects.
Why do I feel like crap?
Look up side effects. Depakote and alcohol. Oh, I'm having side effects of Depakote and alcohol. Stomach got better, felt better. Was like, all right, let's go try it again. Maybe it's just something else. Nope, one fucking sip. I'm gonna. Oh God! All right, cool. Let's chill this out. Guess who didn't go to bed till 4 o'clock in the morning last night?
That would be you.
That would be me. But all right, cool. They also say it's supposed to make you drowsy. I haven't suffered that side effect yet, which is kind of a bummer, because I'm looking for anything to make me tired at this point. Don't look at me like that.
Like what? I didn't look at you like anything.
You looked at me like that.
Like what?
That always happens, though. Yes, it does.
Okay. You want to fight?
So, but yeah, I got to keep my license.
Good.
To the dismay of, I'm sure, all of my coworkers.
No.
So.
They need you to drive for them.
They do. Next week.
Uh-huh.
Well, fuck. Jim's not even going to listen to this podcast. He's on vacation. Hi, Jim's family. I'm sorry you have to suffer through this. I really wish he'd use headphones.
That'd be funny if he was actually.
And there will be a show next week.
Yeah.
And if I have to go drag his bitch ass all the way up here,
we will.
I will.
I'll go with you.
You grab his feet, I'll grab his arms.
I mean, something like that.
Or, ooh.
What?
Nothing.
I'll grab his arms, you grab his feet. I don't like feet.
Nah, he wears shoes.
Okay, smart man.
Yeah.
I
I'll just hit up his girlfriend and be like, "Yo, Preston told me he was going to be here. He has a thing to do. But you're invited."
Right?
We got to get the webcam going.
I'll wear my boob floss.
Oh,
no, I won't. I
you
will
won't.
not. That's a lie. I will
Although
not wear that.
you could wear the boob floss instead of your string bikini.
No, because that's even more dangerous than a bikini for the fighting on the 17th.
Pussy.
Exactly. It would be. There would be no staying in that if we were fighting.
No.
No. Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yep. I would win.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
going to win anyway, but I would definitely win.
We need to come up with rules on how to win. Like how do we determine?
Preston's the referee, or Cole's the referee. He's going to decide the winner.
Okay, but there has to be like, is it like wrestling where I pin your shoulders? Because there's going to be water in the pool, so it's not like we can round each other or anything. Is it like takedowns, like
I don't think
takedowns?
you and I are going to be able to lay down in the pool.
Why not? It's not going to be full.
No, it's not going to be big enough.
I'm getting one of those rectangles.
It's still not going to be big enough.
It'll be big enough. I'll fight you.
That's what she said.
It is what she said. That's what I said.
That's what
I am
you
the
said.
she.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If you didn't listen to last week's show, fuck you. And,
Right.
Unless you're a new listener, then welcome.
Go listen to last week's show. We made an
Go
announcement.
listen to Preston Rapp's going to be in studio. We're going to
Homeboy.
talk shit about all of our coworkers.
Yeah.
Not really, actually.
Can I talk shit about my coworkers?
You can talk shit about your
I work
coworkers
from
right
home.
now.
So I don't have any coworkers.
Yeah, you and your lunch breaks that last as long as you want them to.
I mean, that was a... Okay, the thing is like because it was a holiday weekend, we were all going to take half an hour lunches and leave at 4:30, which is fine. I left at 4:30 too. But or 4:30 as well.
Of course you did.
But no, like the thing is that I don't start work till 8:30 and I take a half an hour lunch every day already because I have to get my daughter on the bus. So it's very much like, here I am taking my half an hour lunch I'm supposed to take. So now I'm still going to be a half an hour short for work for the day. And it's like, I don't know, like, do you want me? I can't help you with that. Like, it's so ridiculous. And it was this way when I was working from the office, too, because I didn't get into work till 9 because I'd get my daughter on the bus and then leave right from that to get to work because, I worked in Ada and I live in Hudsonville. It's like a 40-minute drive on M6. It's redonkulous. So I'm like going 90, trying to get there. And it's so, okay, let me preface this. My work schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, is supposed to be 8 to 5. Tuesday is 10 to 7 currently. And it was like that when I was in the office too. Except it was 11 to 8 in the office. So, I'd go when I was in the office, I wouldn't start work till 9, and I'd have half an hour lunches Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And on Tuesday, I'd have my hour lunch, but I would work from 9 to 8 to make up for the time I'd missed. So I'd still work a 40-hour week without missing any time for having to get my kids on the bus. Working from home, I guess I could. Maybe I should start doing that. Like, start working an hour earlier on Tuesdays just to try and make up some of that time. But, like, it's so silly. Like, sometimes I do take 45-minute lunches when I shouldn't, just because I'm sitting at home and I fall asleep and I take a nap. And naps are good at lunch. I didn't nap at lunch on Friday, though.
Or you get laid.
I mean, I had a visitor on Friday. It was a good time.
I had to pee.
He was in the area and supposedly needed to use my facilities.
Ma'am, I was in your bathroom for 45 seconds peeing.
I'm glad for you. So he did technically need to pee. However,
I don't want to use that shitty-ass sicko station.
after he tinkled, he came into my room and I was like, yeah, hey, I'm
not just going to walk in your house and not say hi.
I'm already on lunch because, lunch. Because I lunch at 2, which is really fun for me. Because then I get out of, I have 2.5 hours when I get back to work.
That must be nice.
It is. It's great. So, he showed up for lunch, then we were talking, and then I was like, you want to do this? So we did it. Oh, yeah.
And then I called the person in charge at work, and they said, don't come back.
And you were like, I'm taking the rest of the day off. Bye.
I was like, all right, cool, bye.
And then you came home and take a nap. You didn't take a nap. You missed.
I missed by a lot.
Why are you getting up to get it? I don't. Oh, my God. You could put it where the rest of the hats are, which were.
I don't know if I have to go outside again.
Oh, good Lord. You are so OCD.
I will take my shoes off. Well, I mean.
Well, yeah.
I am OCD.
I know.
That's the problem.
I'm aware.
And I don't even have the cool OCD where my house is clean all the time.
So I have the shitty one where I just have to do these random things. Like, see, I don't have OCD. I'm just, really weird about certain things. Like, if I press a button on a remote, I have to press the other button. It's not, really OCD. It's just neurotic.
I wish people understood more about OCD.
Well, you could tell them more about OCD.
I don't want to.
Oh.
That's going to be a boring show.
No, it won't.
Yeah, well.
Talk about my ADHD. That's boring.
My version of OCD isn't the cool OCD that everyone else in the world has, where they're like
germaphobes.
Oh my God, I gotta have hand sanitizer on me all the time. Although I have that part going for me right now because of pandemic.
COVID.
Yeah. And I know there's people who not wearing masks at work.
Yeah.
Are not fully vaccinated.
Yeah.
Because if they are fully vaccinated, they're giant hypocrites, and I can't respect them anymore.
I, on the other hand, am fully vaccinated and still wear a mask because I think my mask is cool.
Well, that and you don't want to look Republican.
I also don't want to look Republican. I don't want to look like an anti-masker weirdo QAnon freak, so.
It's perfectly okay. We took the vaccines so we don't have to wear the mask anymore.
I don't care. Oh my God.
On Tuesday, masks aren't going to matter anymore anyway.
Like, we're in stage 2 or whatever.
General mask restrictions end. Anyway, my OCD is I have to check my stove knobs 4 times every night before I go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to brush my bottom teeth 3 times and then 2 more times. And then scrub the roof of my mouth to get all the paste off, which is actually just a really good idea.
You're like, please let me explain my OCD. This is smart.
Well, I mean, but it's once I have a routine, I have a routine.
Yeah.
The hardest routine I have to break now is the not buying a donut in the morning because I'm fat.
Well,
Fat!
You can still have, see, what you should do is you should allow yourself a smaller donut. Don't get a big one or something. Just have a small one.
Oh, fuck that.
He's like, I'd rather be without donut. Thank you.
I'd rather die
No, you wouldn't.
than not have a donut.
No, that's not true. It's not true at all.
Kind of true.
Okay, whatever. But still, I understand those.
And then I get to work on Friday after buying a donut, and there's donuts on the counter, and I'm like,
I could have not had to pay for one.
and I'm discussing with my coworkers. They're like, beef, donuts. And I was like, I know, I bought one. They're like, ooh.
Right?
Like, there's that general sympathy for me that you bought a donut and then got to work 20 minutes later,
For free donuts.
and there was a free donut.
See, someone at work should have, there should be a phone tree of free donuts at work.
The person who bought donuts has an email, and I've emailed her this week.
That's annoying. It is what it is, though. See, this is why
not a big
I'm
deal.
fat, because I would have just had another fucking donut.
I would have, too, if I hadn't stepped on that fucking scale.
Sir, I weigh more than you do.
That's fine.
No, it's not. According to society and every person alive, that is not fine.
Okay, but hear me out. I had people telling me how attractive I was at 260.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had people telling me how attractive I was at 240, 200, and then 167.
Uh-huh.
But the difference was when I got to 167, it's like I'm buying a new wardrobe.
Yeah.
And now some of those shirts,
A
like
little
the
snug.
buttons pop. And it's like, eee.
Okay. See, if I just would like to lose 50 pounds.
I mean, breast reduction.
No.
Okay.
That you want me to have a breast reduction?
No, but I'm saying that's a good way to lose 50 pounds.
No, I can't. Not doing it. Mm-mm. I would look weird having no titties.
I mean,
I'd probably still have half titties, but
yeah, you'd still have bigger
My mom-
titties than half the
my
women I
mom-
know.
my mom, when I was growing up, my mom had a friend. I don't even remember her real name, but her nickname was Torpedo Tits. And
It's not a big deal.
they were so big that she had like 20 pounds removed from each boob, and they were still double Ds.
Yeah,
So
that's going to be you.
shut up. Don't tell me these things. My nipples already point towards the ground because of gravity, and I don't like it. But I mean, I get that because it's like real. Like
Yeah.
I don't have fake boobs.
That's why you can't wear boob floss.
That's why I can't wear boob floss.
At least not in public.
Well, I mean, I did post it in public.
Well,
I'm like, hey, TikTok, look at my almost titties.
how many views is that video at?
Only at 240.
Oh, boo.
But I've gotten a lot of comments on it. And by a lot, I mean like
How many of them are eggplant?
none, actually.
How many of them are peach?
None.
Oh.
I got like 4 from the same person because her and I talk a lot.
Yeah.
One said, girl, I'm about to go get one. Thanks. Why? These are bad. This is bad. And there's a couple people who, dudes who are creepy. You look stunning in that top. You 100% achieved bad bitch status. Because I said in the video, I was like, I feel kind of like a bad bitch in this outfit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I do.
Yeah.
So if you want to go out in that, just you go out in it. If you're not there yet, just know that your follows got your back. And the second you feel like it will be there supporting, I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
One guy was like, I don't see anything wrong with it. Looks sexy as hell. And I'd take you out in it. No, you're not going to take me out in it, but thanks. Yeah. So,
He just wants to get his dick wet.
I mean, one person, he was like, oh, dang, that fits pretty good, though. I'm always impressed by Sheen's clothes. Looking marvelous.
That person works for Sheen.
No.
They do.
He actually commented on the video where I discussed the top, saying, I'm kind of interested. My wife loves Shein, and she's large-chested. That top looks fun.
He's jacking off thinking about you.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Trust me,
You could sell those socks to that man.
I could not.
You could.
I mean, I don't know if he'd buy them, but
Oh, he would.
I think I'm gonna do that this week. I'm gonna make an OnlyFans for my socks.
Get after it.
I'm
Especially if you're going to buy equipment for the show.
got to.
So the way this show works, I sit at a folding card table that used to be my dinner table, then was my TV stand,
Good times.
then was my sim rig stand, and now is my roaming computer desk because my computer's still set up in the middle of my living room.
Yep.
For reasons that I still quite don't know.
What?
Why my computer is still set up in the middle of my living room.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
No.
Come get your shit.
You clean it off first.
Clean out the space in your house.
I can keep that thing in my car until my house is ready for it.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can. I have a whole back. I have a minivan, sir. I could put that thing in there and be cool. The issue is you haven't got it ready for me to come get yet.
I have to clean that whole room.
Yep.
And I don't even plan on bringing Preston into that room.
Then don't worry about it. I'll get it after we have a show with him. It's not a big deal. Thank
but
you,
I have
Obama.
to get the sim rig out of the living room for the show.
Boy, you need to make up your mind.
So anyway, I have this very nice desk stand that my boy Alex Shackhow gave to me years and years ago when we did the beef show live at Great Lakes Disc.
Mm-hmm.
He said I could keep it. And I have kept it. And I've got a Shure P38 cheese grater microphone on top of it. Lisa, for whatever reasons, going back to her ASMR days.
I mean, yeah.
Has a boom microphone stand with a high quality microphone that I don't know who made it.
This one is Audio Technica, I believe.
Okay.
Nope, sorry. Just musician's gear. It's cheap. Cheap
Yeah,
as fuck.
it's probably still Audio Technica.
Yeah, well.
And she can sit on the couch and relax with her feet out. I have to sit upright, leaning forward in my chair.
Whose fault is that?
Yours.
That's not my fault. I'll go sit over there then. You want to switch spots?
No,
Then
because you
shut
don't
up.
want to run the board. Or
What's there to
man
run?
the buttons.
Garbage. Can't wait.
Stop it. I don't want to. Stop it.
Hello, friend.
Stop it.
That's what's over here.
I know that's what's over there. I should not be trusted with that.
You'd miss so many drops playing on TikTok while we do the show.
I mean, first of all, I'm not playing on TikTok right now.
Are you playing Little Alchemy 2?
No.
Are you on Facebook?
Not anymore. I only have 2 things left on Little Alchemy 2, by the way.
Very nice.
They're fountain and paraglider. I just need to figure out how to make them.
Paraglider's got to be airplane and fabric.
Nope, that's parachute.
Oh, well, cool. I just figured out something I can make tonight.
But I don't know. Fabrics, I've already depleted fabric, so it's not fabric. And it's making me very, very annoyed. Because
You're going to have to Google it.
I'm gonna, because I don't have it, and I can't. It's making me, it's super annoying.
Yeah. But, it's annoying. And Lisa has 2 boom mics because one holds her cell phone while she records her ASMR videos on YouTube.
I would like to just let me interject here. I have the one mic stand that is here with us. I have one stand in my bedroom that has the mount for my phone. I have 2 more stands in my living room. I have 4 mic stands total.
Well, why are we buying one?
Because I like having them in my house. I'm very weird. I'm going to buy you ones for yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You're fine.
And then I have an old Audio Technica microphone from my punk rock days when I was in a band because I was cool like that.
You were cool
The song you hear at the end is Broken Television's rendition of The N, which was written by my friend Chris Agema, rest in peace.
Oh.
And me and my buddy Jason decided to record it. His stepbrother Dan has never complained about it, so I was like, okay, cool. We made 0 money off of that if anyone's trying to sue us.
Don't do it.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's no money to be made off of it.
Yeah.
And it fits perfect with the show because it's the solo-ish part. And Mike Krause actually played the guitar on the solo. Fun fact. Just for all the people out there. But this is not annoying. This is not casual. This is not conversational. And I feel like it would be more conversational to move my brown chair across the living room and use my daughter's little Disney princess table from when she was like 3 or 4 when she got that and started eating at a table by herself. Maybe 4 or 5. I don't remember. I don't remember when she stopped using the high chair.
Okay.
But that's when she started eating at a table. And I was like, okay, cool. Word. And I'll use that for the board and the buttons and everything else. But I have to buy a microphone.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to get a better mic cable.
Yep.
Because I am a big fan of monster cables.
Always good idea.
Uh-huh. So we got to buy a lot of shit.
Yep.
Problem is, I'm broke with
Yaha.
the k-ch over the E.
Umlaut.
Lisa is not.
Well, I am.
Because as we discovered at her house on Friday, she is got at least $1 on the floor of her bedroom.
I have a lot of money. I say a lot of money loosely. Like
You've been very financially responsible since we've started dating.
Yes. Which
we talked about.
Which is astounding because I still do stuff very financially stable. Like I took my kids out to dinner like 3 times this week. And it's a matter of like I know when to be financially sufficient, which is great. But I also know that if I don't spend stuff, I'm going to freak out because I have impulse control issues, which is because I have ADHD. It's very bad for me in general because it's, it is, my nose itches. It is what it is. But I know I am thankful that we had a stimulus and I got my taxes back and I put it away and I haven't touched it for the most part.
Very nice.
So I am very much and I get the past few months at work have been really great too. I've gotten really big bonuses, which has helped me a lot.
Bonuses as big as her titties.
I mean, sorta. I really wish that. I have a $29,000 payment coming in, hopefully before the end of May. Would be great if that came in. My bonus this month would be very happy.
But your bonus in June would be very happy if it came on the 1st also.
Oh, yeah, true. I mean, but I won't get that till July. I'm not going to get my bonus for May until June. So the thing is that my fees are currently like $12,000. If that $29,000 check comes in, my fees will be at $2,000.
Nice.
Or not $2,000, $20,000.
Nice.
So when my fees are right around $20,000, my bonuses are right around $1,600.
Yeah.
And that's almost 2 paychecks.
It is.
So, it's nice. It's
Yeah.
nice. And then I'm like, oh, hey, look at all the money I have. And so I can do things like buy $100 worth of equipment.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't mind. You've already paid for everything else for the show, so.
Yeah.
My scab on my head itches.
You banged your head.
Yes, I
really
smashed my head really hard on a cupboard at work. At home the other day on my way back to work, and I was bleeding.
She was bleeding profusely.
I wasn't that bad.
Yeah?
It took like 10 minutes to stop, though. My scab's like this long.
It's as long as my penis.
Shut up.
She's holding it about 1 knuckle width apart.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
Good time.
We called your son Junior.
I don't like that.
But he accepted it so
No.
long as he could leave the table.
No, because you gave him 5 minutes and he didn't say anything in 5 minutes.
I have found with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. You do this, and then you can get the thing you want.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can do what you want right now, but you can't use anything that you want to leave for.
Mm-hmm.
And he begrudgingly is like, ugh.
Okay, fine. I'll do what you want. Yeah, my kids are generally like, they're very logical, I want to say, in thinking. Like, if you do this, you get this.
Yes.
If you do this, you don't get that. Okay, fine. I'll do the thing you want me to do to get the thing that I want.
And I'm going to complain about it the whole time.
Yeah, well, I mean, they are kids.
Until I said, don't complain about it for 5 minutes and you can leave.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh. And it was the most peaceful 5 minutes we've had at dinner in a long
Shut up.
time.
It was good, though.
In contrast, my daughter, first thing out of her mouth on Friday, why are we going to see Lisa? Oh.
Your daughter loves me.
And then I get here and it's like, okay, I'm going to make burgers and baked potatoes. And you're like, okay, cool. We're going to poke holes in the baked potatoes. My daughter's like, I'm going to stab him. And she's talking about she's stabbing him really hard because she's angry. And I was like, yes, I too was a preteen.
Right.
And then I'm outside getting the baked potatoes going and the grill washed off because the grill hasn't been used since
Hot minute.
October. It sat outside uncovered all winter, and there was a baby hornet's nest in there.
It was
So we had to drown the hornet and then kill it.
Good times.
And get all the spider webs out of there. And clean off the grill, do the things, make sure it ran. And I come back inside, and my daughter's doing the fucking dishes.
I said do the dishes. She was like,
20 minutes before you got here, she sounded like Charla and looked like fucking death. And I've never seen a transformation like that.
And I told her, I was like, I bet next time you're over here for the weekend, if you say, hey, Dad, $2, I'll do your dishes, he'd let you do the dishes. You're going to have to start
as long as you're providing the $2.
That's $2. I'll pay you back. You already have like $5 in escrow. I've bought your cigarettes.
This is true.
See?
But at the same time, I still have to have $2 to pay the child.
That's true. I have.
She does not have a PayPal.
I have ones. It's cool.
Good. Yeah, I know. You have at least one on your floor of your bedroom.
No, those were like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And I had like 4 in the drawer.
Bent over for them.
I did.
Yeah.
Touched my
It's
butt.
good times.
It is good times.
No, I don't want to follow that person on Instagram. That person's a bitch.
Who don't you want to follow on Instagram?
Person I knew from high school.
Oh, that's always fun.
Whiny ass motherfucking bitch.
Well, that happens. I mean,
yeah. So did you hear about the naked man?
There's a naked man?
There was a naked man on Wednesday. What day did I go to Rockford?
I don't know.
Wednesday. Naked man. About a dozen cop cars in the residential area between Burton and wasn't Hall. What's the exit before Hall? Franklin?
Yeah.
Burton and Franklin. Residential areas on the west side of the highway. East side of the highway is the train tracks. You get to the train tracks, you can get away. Dude, from everything I could tell, was completely naked, ran out of the house with 12 cop cars outside of his house. Grand Rapids and Michigan State Police.
Oh, yeah.
Ran across 6 lanes of interstate traffic.
As one does.
3:45 in the afternoon.
As one does.
Hopped a divider wall.
I mean.
And then got tackled by some police officers who were running through traffic after him. And tackled on the shoulder of the freeway.
Imagine how much that had to hurt his dick. Graveled.
What the fuck are you doing?
Meth?
That you gotta run.
Meth.
Not
Bath
maybe,
salts.
but yeah.
Children.
That's more like what I was thinking.
Accurate.
And both lanes of traffic are slowing down, and you see a dozen cop cars, and you're like, oh, crap, a shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Why is the other direction of traffic slowed down? Holy shit.
Naked man.
Well, that was the thing. I didn't know if he was naked or not. I couldn't see.
Yeah.
It was later, one of my coworkers goes, yeah, they were reporting a naked man on the side of the highway. I was like, oh, shit. That makes sense.
I mean, that's sort of how naked happens.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. You gotta be in some deep shit to run across 6 lanes of freeway traffic.
Naked.
Oh, fuck naked. Just 6 lanes of freeway traffic.
Yeah, I could see doing it like fully clothed if you had like, drugs on you or something.
Yeah.
But if you're naked, there has to be a really good reason for you to be running. Like that. First of all, I as a person am not running anywhere. I am
Yeah.
much too lazy for that.
I will make a gentle sprint to win a bet.
Right? Like, I will race my kids maybe to the other side of the house. Because, if I lose, I have to buy them ice cream or some shit.
I will gentle sprint somewhere for a very brief period of time.
If I run, I have to hold my boobies down.
Yeah.
I don't want a black eye.
I'm getting at the point where I might have to hold my boobies down too.
Shut up. I'm going to fight you.
Every fat man listening to this show is like, damn, I know that feeling. It's not good.
No, it's not.
What? I don't know. It's just as we sit here yawning.
Because it's 2 o'clock in the morning.
2:15
Ooh, look at you.
on Sunday. The holy holiday starts soon. But it's not the holy holiday this year because Monaco ran last weekend, and I'm kind of pissed off about that.
Aw, tear for you.
It's how Memorial Day is scheduled in the United States.
Are you sad?
It has to be the last Monday of the month.
Does that make you sad? It makes you sad.
I'd be in bed right now if Monaco was running tomorrow.
Well,
I did not watch the race last week, and I had the perfect opportunity to watch the race last week.
Well, why did you not watch the race last week?
Honestly, Monaco, there's very little passing at Monaco, and F1 in and of itself is not, like, the teams are, the equipment difference is so big. You don't see a lot of passing. The Hamvet boat.
What? Can you explain what that is?
Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas usually end up being the podium, the top three.
Oh. So it's always the same shit all the time.
2 Mercedes drivers, the lead Red Bull driver. It happens a lot in Formula One. There's not a lot of passing. They show the fuck out of passes when they happen. So,
by passing, you mean just like in general?
yeah, cars passing each other. Like,
Okay. Like standing changes.
Mercedes is the dominant team. Red Bull's close behind them. Ferrari's a little ways behind, and then it kind of gets it gets a little bit dicey after that. But if one car's fast that week, they're just fast. Like there's not much competition.
So it's essentially what position they started in, they win in.
Yeah, usually.
That's
for the
lame.
most part.
That sounds like a really boring fucking race.
And it sucks because F1's the most technologically advanced form of auto racing, but there's just such a fucking disparity.
Unlike NASCAR, where everybody's essentially driving the same stuff,
Well, I mean, in NASCAR, there's a huge disparity between the top teams and the bottom teams, but they're, 1 week, like a couple of weeks ago at Dover, all 400 cars finished 1, 2, 3, 4, and we were all like, holy shit, man. They were fucking whooping everyone's ass. Week before that, at Darlington, Martin Truex slid 2/3 of the race.
Yeah.
Whooped everyone's ass. But then you have some of the races where someone looks strong at the beginning, and then by the end of the race, they've fallen back in the mid-pack. There's racing in the middle of the pack, and they had qualifying last week at Circuit of the Americas. This week for the Coke 600, they had qualifying, so you'll see some passing, whatever. But the big thing about Monaco is it's the biggest race on the Formula One calendar, and then therefore the biggest race in the world calendar.
Oh.
History, tradition, things like that.
Fancy schmancy.
Indianapolis 500 is the biggest race in the IndyCar calendar. Again, a lot of history to tradition. I went to the Indianapolis 500 in 2019. Shout out to my buddy Kyle Ballard.
Yep. Oh, his name's Kyle.
He's awesome though. He's
Okay.
You're definitely not going to confuse him for Shirtless Jesus.
I mean, I don't think I'm going to confuse anyone for Shirtless Jesus.
And walking into Indianapolis, you have these high expectations growing up, and it exceeded all of them.
Of course it did.
So that's a huge deal for me. And then the Coca-Cola 600 is pretty much the second biggest race in the NASCAR calendar. It's the longest race in their calendar.
Daytona.
It's one of the 3 races that's an undisputed crown jewel.
What does that mean?
Kind of like a Grand Slam or a major.
Okay.
So it has more has more oomph, more prestige, more bravado.
He won this specific race.
You know, the Daytona 500 is the biggest race in the NASCAR calendar, but
Yeah.
the Coca-Cola 600's definitely up there for. This is one of the defining wins.
I remember when it
You
used
can
to be
have.
like the Winston Cup.
I do too. I miss tobacco sponsorship in auto racing because that meant people didn't have to worry about being cheap and everyone made money. And for what? For what?
Health?
Alcohol kills just as many people as tobacco.
Yeah, but if I drink alcohol and I die from alcohol poisoning, that's one thing. If I'm smoking 13 packs of cigarettes in my house, then I'm subjecting everyone else in my house to that as well. Sir.
Most people don't drink at home. Most people drink at bars.
I don't drink at bars.
Yeah. You say that.
I drink.
What did we do last weekend?
I drink at a restaurant.
You drank at a bar.
That was a restaurant.
There was a bar in the restaurant. You know where your drink came from?
The bar.
The bar.
You want to fight?
July 17th.
That's right.
But anyway, I wish tobacco money was back in motorsports. It was a great time. We all had fun. Races were interesting. Events were bigger. Drivers got paid instead of having to pay for their seats. Anyway. So when Monaco, Indy, and Charlotte all happened on the same day, we refer to it as the Holy Holiday because you wake up at ass crack of dawn,
Yeah.
watch the Monaco Grand Prix,
Mm-hmm.
finish off your cereal, watch the pre-race for Indianapolis, watch the Indianapolis 500,
All right.
take a break, go start grilling your burgers and your brats and your dogs and everything else. Ooh, I should buy brats for tomorrow.
You shoulda.
I should. I might. I have to get gas and cigarettes, and
Says
while
the
we're
man who
there,
said he didn't want to go anywhere tomorrow.
I have to mow my lawn. That's the problem.
I have to mow my lawn too, to be honest with you. I got a note from the park.
So I think I have to go buy gas.
Oh, I have gas from last year.
Yeah, so do I. In fact,
not
I have
buying
gas
gas.
from 2 years ago.
I'm not buying new gas. I'm just gonna use the same gas.
Well, if my lawnmower doesn't fire up, I have to go buy a gas.
Okay, well that.
But anyway,
smart.
so that's the only reason I won't be going anywhere. But if I have to go buy gas, there's a grocery store right there, and I'm gonna go buy brats.
Okay, smart move.
And then when I'm done mowing and weed whacking, I'm gonna fire up the brat machine.
I need weed whack.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have a weed whacker.
And then watch the Coke 600 and go to bed.
Sounds like a plan.
Actually, I won't go to bed after that. But
You'll. Think
I mean,
about
it's 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. of just constant auto racing all day. That's the holy holiday.
That sounds like a whole lot of.
It's a lot of sitting inside watching TV, and I don't give a shit.
You know. I do that a lot.
I
anyway.
really don't give a shit about it. Like, fuck it. This is how I want to spend my weekend. I got all day Monday. This is my Saturday number 2. Saturday number 1, I went grocery shopping. I grilled. I hung out.
Now
I had to watch
Monday,
a 4.5-hour fucking movie.
On Monday, when you have, will you be preparing the house for?
Monday is gonna be a cram session of I have to get this place cleaned up.
Yeah.
Even
Well, I
though
mean-
it doesn't look bad.
No, but to be fair, if other
And-
than moving your sim rig, because you can do that part, I can do all of this Saturday while you're at work.
Or while I'm racing.
Racing.
Yeah, I have a race. As
Oh.
soon as I get home from work. That's why I want to get it done before.
Oh, okay. But, and we're still
Also,
having
if it's
Preston?
like today, girlfriend won't wake up until well after
Okay,
I've come
first
home.
of all, I need to tell you, I was tired. I had 1 alcohols last night, and I was bored out of my fucking mind. And I came home. Did none of that. I went to bed at like 1. Like I texted you good night, and I went to bed. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. I went to bed, and then I woke up at like 9:30. I played on my phone for a minute. And I was like, all right, I have my alarm set on my phone for like 11:30. That's when I'll get up.
Uh-huh.
I turned them the fuck off. And the ringer, see, the issue is why I didn't answer your call. The ringer on my phone was set to super low because I turn it down for work so I can still hear it.
Yeah.
without, interrupting work, being too loud. So
Sure.
I just had it really low,
Sure.
and it was just, I didn't turn it up before I go to bed.
Sure.
And then I was like, fuck it. Also, it was warm in my room, and I was under my covers, and when I'm warm, I get, like, super tired.
Yeah.
So.
It was 2:00 in the afternoon, and I'm calling you, blowing up your phone.
You're just lucky I woke up, because, like I said, my stuff was on fucking low. You had to call me 3 times on Facebook to get me to wake up.
That doesn't include the actual phone calls I made, too.
No, yeah, which you made, like, 3 of those as well.
I was going to go grocery shopping and then come knock on your door to make sure you were alive.
I was not
or
dead.
that your other boyfriend had left.
First of all, there is no other boyfriend. Shut the fuck up. I would never be another boyfriend. I don't want another boyfriend. I want you.
You say that now.
I'm gonna fucking fight you.
July 17th.
I'm gonna lay
and
it
we
out.
will live stream it if we get one patron.
Dude, people.
For $1, we will bend over.
I mean, I did on Friday. And that was after we had sex.
Yeah. This is true, yes. I was on my way out.
Mm-hmm. And you were like, what's that? I was like, oh, it's a piggy bank. It's got $2 sticking out of it. Oh, you were like, just got my money lying around. I was like, funny story. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want to fight?
July 17th.
It's going to be good times.
I hope so.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm going to be drunk when we do it, though, so.
Mm-hmm.
I have every intention of having at least 2 wine coolers before we fight.
2?
2.
Oh, shit.
It's going to be good times.
I have to race, too, so I don't even have time to prepare or get buff or flex.
Oh, shut up. Sir, I already told you, I already said I was going to race in a, like my triangle bikini, and
You're going to race?
I'm not race, fight, whatever. I'm tired. I'm thinking about changing it to one of my bralettes, because that'll be at least more support, and I'm not going to fall the fuck out of it.
All right. You do you, girl.
I will do me.
You do you.
I'm going to do you in a minute.
Maybe.
No.
If I let you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I just grab one side of your butt and send you out the door.
Nope. Mm-mm. I'll fight you. See, that's where my OCD is. It's got to be even.
Grab you. Well,
Yeah, exactly. Egg.
Can't wait.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. You can't wait, because I'm awesome.
For July 17th.
Fucking
Can't
fight
wait.
you.
Can't wait.
It's going to be good.
One patron. We broadcast the fight live.
Don't make me sign up for this shit myself, people.
I won't allow it to count.
Why you gotta be so mean to me?
It's not a big deal.
It is a big deal.
So,
I am
yeah.
a big deal.
I'm a bigger deal.
I'm bigger than you. Fun story. Oh.
I know someone that had that sent to him.
What?
Anyway.
Oh.
Got anything else you want to talk about?
No. I'm just tired.
You sure?
No, I don't know.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
You don't fall asleep.
I'm not gonna fall asleep.
Don't want to confuse Charlotte.
I have new jammies on though.
My poor daughter, the weather change got to her, and she has had a bunch of mucus stuck in her throat, and she finally got it out. And she sounds like her mother and I call her Charla.
Mm-hmm.
Like she lives in a trailer park in Florida, smokes 2 packs a day.
Well, Charlotte's fitting.
Yeah.
Charlotte or Tammy?
Charla. Charla because she's 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
that fits.
Yeah.
I like it.
Older smoker. 2 packs a day.
Yeah.
She's not a lot lizard.
No, I used to take showers at a truck stop.
I forget why.
Because lived with my parents, and I got out of work at Arby's, and I don't want to go to sleep smelling like Arby's. But the bathroom, okay, you know how your hallway's set up like that with the doors the way they are?
Yeah.
My parents' bedroom would have been Audrina's door.
Okay.
Her bathroom door would have been my old bedroom.
Yeah.
And then your computer room would have been the bathroom door. And because of my parents and who they are, 3:00 in the morning taking a shower that close to their room would have just woken them up, and then they would have been mad.
But they're old.
But they don't sleep well because they're cranky and old, and so it would not have been pleasant. And also their door didn't close right, so it was just been a hassle. And I was not about to start that hassle. No, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
So I started just paying, like, and I didn't do it all the time. It wasn't like every night.
Yeah.
But like 2 or 3 times a week, I'd go to the 76th Street truck stop, pay $7 for a shower. I just bring a backpack with me to work and have a spare pair of clothes and travel size shower stuff, and it worked. I mean, it got me out of the house and showered before coming home, and I'm good with that, to be honest with you.
Good.
Very nice. Very happy.
Very good.
I met this awesome woman named Tanya.
Yeah.
Hey, Tanya. She was great. I fucking loved her. She was beautiful.
Very good.
I talk to people when I go places.
I noticed.
It's very fun. Like I told you, I ran into my friend, girl I used to go to school with named Jen.
Yeah.
Who, we talked for like 7 or 8 minutes.
I was wondering why the hell you were gone so long.
Because I was a chatty Cathy. I have a friend on Facebook named Sandra, who the only reason we're friends is because I used to go to Family Fair in the middle of the night, and she was running like the self-checkout stuff, and I'd sit there and talk to her for a while.
Nice.
I'm friends with Sandra, Sandy, the chick who works at McDonald's, because I've used to stop by McDonald's on my way to work, and I call her homie. I'm like, hey, homie. I'm friends with at least 3 people who work at the Citgo gas station because I talk to them. One calls me Big Sexy.
Nice.
Her name's Marcy. She's great. So yeah, they like me. I am a very chatty Cathy.
I've noticed.
But I am also a shy bitch. Like,
yeah.
in certain situations, I'm like, I'm not talking to you. I don't know you.
Can't
do it. I get nervous real easy.
There was a Shell station on 68th Street,
mm-hmm.
right by the highway, and I used to work at that Valvoline.
Yeah.
So I'd go up there 2 or 3 times a day for fountain pop.
Mm-hmm.
And then after work, I'd go up there, get one more before I left. Cannot imagine why my teeth rotted out.
I mean,
don't know. But anyway.
No clue.
And I'd talk with them for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, I was just, it was cool. So, some of them were like, hey, you should come hang out with us tonight. We're going to blur. That's the only reason I ever went to Magoo's,
mm-hmm.
which was, my life was better before that. I did not miss Magoo's one bit. Still don't.
No.
But then we started going to a Naza Sands, and that was a little bit better. So, I'm actually halfway decent at pool if we're just, like, hanging out.
I would like to play pool sometime.
Pool is fun. Still friends on Facebook.
Good deal.
So, yeah. I've been that person. So,
nice.
I've been there.
I can be chatty when it's required.
Yeah.
Like, talking for work. I talked to a guy on Wednesday for 47 minutes.
Yes.
Did not pay his bill.
You just listened to his problems.
I listened to his shit, and it was great. I talked to a chick on Thursday for 30 minutes. She paid halfway through, and then we continued to talk. It's good times.
Isn't one of our listeners someone that...
someone who listens occasionally. Her name's Amanda. She and I talked. We met through work. I called her, like, hey. And then we got to talking, and I was like, yeah, I do TikTok. And she's like, oh, my God. And so she followed me on TikTok, and now we're friends on Facebook, too.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
So.
I make friends in the weirdest of places. I will say, I have a chick in my phone who, I don't really text her very much or anything. We've only spoken a few times. The only reason I know her is because she was in the parking lot of my work, and she was going for a walk, and she saw me once and said I had a nice dress, and I saw her once, said her outfit was nice, and then ran into each other again, and we were talking for a little bit, and now we have each other's phone numbers.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
Very good. You look tired.
A little bit.
A little bit?
I also have to poop. I don't know if you can talk for that long by yourself.
I can't. No.
No.
I also have to use the facilities.
At least I bought toilet paper today.
There you go. Smart move. Proud of you.
Like these people that buy toilet paper like once a week, twice a week, I never understand them.
Yeah.
I buy 4 rolls for me and my daughter, and it lasts us like 2 months.
Yeah. No, I buy it like, even for the 3 of us at my house, I buy like a 6-pack, and it at least a month or 2. Like,
Yeah.
if not longer.
If I was one of those people, someone bought me a 12-pack of toilet paper when we had the great toilet paper shortage of 2020. And I had that for most of the summer.
Right? You're like, I don't need to buy any more toilet paper.
Yeah. Because I had just bought 4 rolls myself.
Very nice.
Yeah. That it?
No, I'm good.
Next week, Preston Rap
What up?
gonna be on the show.
And we're going to be doing it earlier, too, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock.
7, 8, during a respectable time when people are still supposedly being awake. Cole.
Brittner.
Well, I don't think he's YouTube.
I don't care. He can pretend.
This is how people that drive vehicles fill their time.
Oh, okay.
So I don't necessarily hate him, or
Okay. I don't hate
necessarily like. I can watch the Dale Jr. download live on YouTube when
But
it's
you'd rather
happening
listen
at
to it
door
later?
bumper clear. I don't,
Yeah.
because I mean I never know when I'm gonna get out of work and forget that my daughter's band concert's an hour later than what I thought it was, and just have an hour to kill, and then be able to burn a whole fucking podcast episode.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Peace be with you, people.
I'm crowning. We gotta do this. Email us beefandlisa@gmail.com, facebook.com/beefandlisa,
Follow me on TikTok.
patreon.com/beefandlisa, I think is that one. One person, and we will live stream the whole fight.
Yes,
promise.
please.
All right. For Miss Lisa, my name is Brandon Braced. Thank you all so much for listening. We will catch you next week with Preston Rap.
Peace.
Good night. And also with me.